to talk to you very briefly about a very common frustration I see and I've experienced over the last couple of weeks from a couple of different advisors, which occurs when they're dealing with a prospective client. They give that person some fairly high level, not even advice, but kind of tips on where they're going wrong and what they might want to do differently and where they can add value as an advisor. And the prospective client hears that as regulated advice, as things that they should be doing, and they go away and want to do it themselves. So it might be consolidating pensions or switching out of a particular fund or a high level asset allocation or whatever it might involve. But they've taken what that person said and thought, I can do it myself. I don't need to pay for your fees. I don't need to pay for advice. I've already got all the value. Now, the frustration, of course, one is that the prospective client's probably going to do things that they shouldn't necessarily be doing because you haven't done all the analysis or the groundwork that's needed to make a proper recommendation. But two, they're not paying you for the value that you can add. You've tried to paint a picture of what the future could look like, of where they're going wrong, with how they could save tax or improve diversification or whatever that might look like. And they've thought, great, I'll go away and do it myself. Now, part of that tends to stem from us wanting to demonstrate that we've got expertise, that we understand what's going on, that we can help people. Part of it is just the nature of advisors who want to be there for clients and prospective clients. When you see something that's wrong, we want to share that information. We want to help people out. And part of that is just finding the balance between how we can paint a picture of the value that you can add and how you can actually paint a kind of a teaser for what they would get if they engage with you formally and take your advice. And I think of this in the same way that a movie producer would produce a film trailer. I was watching Amazon Prime last night, and some of the old films you see have these kind of 5 or 6 minute trailers, which are actually more like mini films. So you get the whole kind of plot, you get the action scenes, you get the comedic moments, you get most of the film that you want to watch in that kind of highlight reel. It's not a trailer as such, it's not a teaser, it's just a shortened version of what I would get if I sat there for 2 hours and spent my money clicking on through my TV to buy the whole film. Well, that doesn't help. So what a good trailer should do is act as a teaser, show some of the highlights, give a little bit of an impression of what might happen, who's involved, is it action, is it comedy, what are the sort of best bits, without giving too much of the plot away, without telling you the whole story that you'll get by watching the film. And this is the kind of analogy that works with financial advice, because often we give too much information away. And in fact, we give the wrong information away. You'll give away some of the technical expertise, some of the know-how. Rather than painting a picture of where you can help, you want to discuss with a prospective client what you will do to help. And they're two very different things. What you will do and the advice that you will give is something that the client gets, or the prospective client gets, after they've engaged with you, after you've done your analysis, after you can make a precise recommendation. We shouldn't give that away before they've engaged. How they will end up, how they will feel, what their financial situation will look like afterwards, the clarity they'll get, all of those sorts of things, we can paint a picture of beforehand. And that's exactly what the trailer does, or at least an effective trailer does. But we don't want to give away the what's involved, the nuts and bolts behind it. So this is something I obviously work with clients often in our one-to-one sessions and consultancy sessions. But bear that in mind when you're speaking with prospective clients. What's the balance that you need between delivering the trailer, the teaser, and providing the full film before they've engaged with you?